And welcome back to Classic Tetris Monthly June Community Tournament Round 1. Tonight we have a very exciting matchup for you guys today for Round 1 of the June Community Tournament. So without further ado, let's go ahead and introduce our players. Seated at number 22 with a qualifying score of 373,500 with a personal best of 482,000, KylePrecise. And seated at number 11 with a qualifying score of 482,299 with a personal best of 630,770, ITZsharky. Tonight's matchup is going to be a best of 5 starting from level 15. So, without further ado, join me in our countdown to our first game. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Alright, welcome to game 1. Now, I'm going to allow you guys a chance to wager on who you guys will think will win this matchup. So first, let's talk about their personal best. Both of their personal bests are actually pretty close to each other. ITZsharky with 630,000 and KylePrecise with 480,000. That's only 150,000 point difference, and surely that can mean a lot, but that doesn't mean that ITZsharky is just going to absolutely mop the floor with this guy. But that also doesn't mean that KylePrecise is going to for sure be able to pull off the upset. Anyways, if we look at both the playing fields, it looks like Kyle is actually pretty low, and meanwhile ITZsharky is up high trying to wait on the long bar for the Tetris, and he gets the long bar, putting him in the lead at 25,000 points. Now Kyle over here looks like he's in a little bit of a building situation. He should be fine though. Looks like he's getting all the right pieces he needs to dig out. He gets the J piece that puts him in a position where he can start building up a Tetris. Meanwhile, if you look over at Sharky's screen, he's actually getting up pretty high. He's going to be very dependent on a few pieces. If he can get the line bar over, he can clear out and have a chance to still survive. But he couldn't get the line bar over, and that's game. Game 1 goes to KylePrecise. We'll go ahead and give him his red heart here. KylePrecise won game 1 at 32,000 points. That round was actually a little bit shorter than anticipated. But as I always say on the first game, there is plenty of Tetris to go around. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into game 2. And now we start off at round 2. KylePrecise is in fact in the lead of this matchup, with the first heart being won with 58,250 points, and Sharky lost the first round with 28,863 points. It's going to be interesting to see how Sharky is going to adjust his gameplay, considering that he lost because he was way too aggressive. However, both players just both scored their Tetris, so they're virtually neck and neck, with Sharky only having more points because he is in fact pushing down. Looks like Sharky is going to not wait for the piece to tuck underneath there or do any fancy spins, and he's just gonna set up a delay burn. He takes a triple and is now ready to start building up for a row 2 Tetris. Meanwhile though, if we look over here at Kyle's screen, looks like he's in a little bit of a situation. He's opting to play a little bit aggressive. Personally, I would have burned down at first opportunity, but now he's very piece dependent on a line bar. And in a game of NES Tetris, you can't always be relying on the line bar drop. He does in fact get the line bar, and that puts him in a better situation to start scoring. And now he's actually dependent. Oh, it looks like he's going to get the pieces to dig out. RNG is being very kind to him this game. However, if we go back and look at Sharky's screen, it looks like he is in fact Tetris ready, just waiting on the long bar to drop, and he looks like he's currently running into a drought, but he gets the long bar and jumps further in the lead. Looking back at Kyle's screen, it looks like he's still trying to dig out, trying to get in the spot to where he can score, and he's surviving quite well, but is he going to be able to dig out enough in time before Sharky actually builds up a stable lead? And as I say that, Sharky scores another Tetris. It looks like, oh, he's setting up for a dirty Tetris. Oh no, he's actually going to burn down. Sharky has scored another Tetris to put him in at 113,000. What a staggering lead, and this is going to be a lot for Kyle to come back from. But it looks like Kyle's actually getting the proper pieces that he needs to dig out, and he covers up his exit way. Oh my gosh. Looks like he's just waiting on the right pieces, and RNG is not giving it to him. This is what makes NES Tetris so difficult, is you don't necessarily get the pieces when you need them. But it looks like with that, he will be cleared out, and he is ready for that triple. And now he's just waiting on the pieces to fill in that hole. and then he'll be good to start scoring again. Meanwhile, Sharky has actually just finished his dig, and now he's sitting at 140,000 as opposed to Kyle's nearly 60,000. However, Kyle is now Tetris ready for the first time in forever during this matchup and gets his Tetris, putting him at 78,000. However, Sharky answers back with another Tetris, putting him at 160,000. This is quite a lead that Sharky has built up. I'm not sure if we'll be able to come by this. They're both at around 55 lines, so they are playing at an identical pace. So Sharky is really playing efficient Tetris here. He was Tetris ready, but however, he had to cover it up because of no other clean placements for that piece. It looks like he might actually be in trouble if he can't get the pieces that he needs. Meanwhile, Sharky is building rather nicely. Kyle, I keep on wanting to say Zach. Kyle is actually, it looks like Kyle's going to get all the pieces that he needs. Oh, he chose to opt to place the line bar over that hole. That might actually be a grave mistake. Is he going to get all the pieces that he needs though? Oh, this isn't looking too good for Kyle. Meanwhile, Sharky has just passed the 200K mark. Oh, I think Kyle's gonna top out from that. Oh wow, he actually got that line bar over. Oh, there is still oh no, the misdrop right there and near the center, and that will get Sharky to win round 2, ending with a score of 249,260. Man, what a great game 2 for ITZsharky. He actually played a little bit more safe and was able to muster up a staggering lead that even if KylePrecise was able to get out of, would have to do a lot of good gameplay in the 16 through 18, maybe even post-transition levels. Now, KylePrecise, the only mistake that I saw that he did was he played too aggressive, so it'll be interesting to see how he's going to adjust his playstyle for game 3. Now both parties are tied at 1 heart apiece, and without further ado, let's see who's going to get in the lead in game 3. And welcome back to game 3. This is going to be the tiebreaker to see who will get put in the lead in this matchup of best of 5. It is going to be a very exciting game, so let's go ahead and see what's happening on the playing field. It looks like Sharky is already about to be Tetris ready, but oh snap, Sharky has already scored his first Tetris, putting him at 19,000. Meanwhile, Kyle is taking a little bit of his time to get Tetris ready. He looks like he's playing definitely more conservative than the last game, so that is good. But he is in fact Tetris ready, just waiting on that long bar, and is actually almost a simul Tetris. So therefore, they are still about 1 Tetris apart. Meanwhile, Sharky is actually building his Tetrises rather quickly too. And now we've gotten to the point to where Kyle is doing a bunch of tucks. Kyle is actually almost Tetris ready. Meanwhile, Sharky's doing just a little bit of digging, you know, clean out the way that his board looks. And this is Kyle's opportunity to take the lead. Except for Sharky has actually just finished cleaning out, and he is now ready to slam down some more Tetrises. It actually looks like Kyle is running into a drought. Kyle is running into a drought. Oh, there's the long bar, and boom, he gets his Tetris. Sharky actually had a little bit of a misdrop up there. And with that, they both score another Tetris, and Sharky is fine now. And now Sharky is just waiting on the right pieces, and he is now Tetris ready. Kyle opting to burn down just a little bit to make sure that his board stays safe because he doesn't want to top out early. It looks like that he will be able to dig out of that little situation right there. And it looks like Sharky actually has, let's see how he's going to take. Ooh, nice Z-spin. That Z-spin cleared that out, and now he is ready for a Tetris. He opts to burn down because he's actually getting a little bit high. Meanwhile, it looks like Kyle might actually go building for a dirty oh, he covers up his, it looks like he's going to build for a dirty Tetris if he gets all the pieces that he needs. Meanwhile, Sharky's having to, oh, there's the dirty Tetris, and he is not just enough to transition as well, but he's going to burn the extra lines to transition it. Meanwhile, Sharky hits another Tetris, putting him at 132,000. Sharky is in fact ahead on lines by about 10 because he is pushing down. So within the amount that he's ahead on lines, Kyle can still come back. It looks like they're both building pretty well. Kyle is having to do a little bit of digging to get Tetris ready. Meanwhile, it looks like Sharky is just going to be just fine. He is going to be Tetris ready very soon here. And with that, now he's just waiting on the long bar. Kyle is actually going to look like he's going to get the pieces, and he is now ready to start building up for a Tetris. Let's see what he's going to do. There we go. He burns down, and he's just waiting on another J piece. Ooh, unfortunate. Oh, he's actually, it looks like he's going to build up for a center well. Meanwhile, Sharky has now hit quite a few Tetrises while we were covering up Kyle's side, and he is now nearly at 200k. Meanwhile, Kyle gets a center well Tetris, and it's not enough to transfer over as well, but it looks like he's going to go for a row 2 Tetris. Oh no, he actually is going to burn down. Meanwhile, Sharky looks like he's getting up a little bit of high. He's running into a bit of a drought, but he does get the line bar and is cleaned out. And if we look back on Kyle's side, looks like he's dug out, and he is going to, no, he's actually burning. He transferred his well back to the right side. Smart, smart. Now the difference is still 10 lines, but Sharky is nearly 100,000 points in the lead. But he's also about to hit transition very soon as well. Kyle just scored his Tetris, and Sharky answered back with another Tetris, meaning that almost 100,000 point lead. And Kyle looks like he actually has quite a few piece dependencies over here. It looks like he's going to get the pieces that he needs. And with that, he is going to be almost cleared out. He just needs a few more pieces and he'll be good. Meanwhile, Sharky is taking this opportunity to build up his lead even further, making this going to be one game to come back with. Now Kyle is ready to start getting Tetris ready. It looks like he's not going to opt to build a center well. He is instead going to be safe and go all the way to the right. Sharky has just transitioned to level 16, all around 16 lines ahead of Kyle, and it looks like he is actually playing pretty well. And he's going to start trying to build up for his Tetris. Look, has him to do a little bit more burning. Meanwhile, oh no, the misdrop over there on Sharky's side. That could be proved to be fatal. Meanwhile, Kyle hit a Tetris while Sharky is still trying to build up. And oh no, he couldn't rotate the piece over in time. That misdrop can be very deadly for Sharky. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to dig out of this. He might actually top out early here at level 16 at, oh, that is game. At 311,000 points, he has topped out. Now it is up to Kyle to come back and score around 100,000 points in order to overtake Sharky in this round. It looks like Kyle's option is going to be to play a little bit conservative. However, he can't play too conservative because level 19 speeds are more difficult to maintain a Tetris at. He has just transitioned to level 16 and he is now in fact Tetris ready once again and gets another Tetris. Oh, that barely made it over. This is actually really intense. Looks like he's going to get all the pieces that he needs to burn out. He still has quite a little bit of time before he hits the level 19 transition, around 24 lines left. He is still building up. He looks like he's actually Tetris ready, waiting on the long bar. He is still building up. Looks like he's running to a slight little drought, having to build a little bit right there. The drought is actually continuing. He opts to burn down. Very, very smart choice. And he gets the long bar, and that puts him at 293,000. This match is actually getting very, very close. He is less than 20,000 points away. That's around a Tetris away from scoring. And he actually gets another Tetris. And there you have it. He wins. He surpassed Sharky on his way to level 18. What an outstanding on the edge of your seat match. Congratulations to Kyle for winning game 3. This puts him in the lead at 2-1. Sharky is going to have to win 2 games in order to win this matchup. What an outstanding match. First off, great Tetris played by both players. It's Sharky with 311,573 points against KylePrecise's 325,360 points. That was an insane match. I don't know about you guys, but I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. It is actually insane to think that he came back from a 100,000+ point deficit. Now Sharky has to win 2 games in a row in order to win, and KylePrecise has to win 1. So will this be the last game for ITZsharky, or is ITZsharky going to be able to tie this up and come down to a decider? Let's watch game 4 and find out. And welcome to Game 4. Could this be the last match of the Tetris Tournament Round 1? If Sharky doesn't win this match, then KylePrecise goes on to Round 2. However, if Sharky does win this match, then he forces a Game 5, a decider between these two opponents. This is very exciting and I can't wait to get started. It looks like both opponents are actually very close in score, very close in lines. Sharky here, however, is in the lead by approximately 1 Tetris, and it looks like Kyle has a little bit of a dig situation, nothing too serious. He should be able to get out, but Sharky is playing very conservative, very nice, knocks down another Tetris, and Kyle knocks down a dirty Tetris, leaving them only 1 Tetris apart. But he's still having to do a little bit of digging, and Sharky can use this chance to score. Sharky is, in fact, Tetris ready. Meanwhile, both of them are identical on lines, so Sharky is ahead by 1 Tetris. However, he does knock down another Tetris, and that puts him further in the lead. And Kyle knocks down another Tetris, putting them both at 1 Tetris apart once again. Looks like both parties are actually building very well. In fact, both parties are Tetris ready, and they're just waiting on that long bar. By the judging of this could be a very close match too. And with that long bar, they are now neck and neck. But Sharky gets his long bar and goes up 1 Tetris once again. Kyle is looking to get Tetris ready while Sharky is just waiting on the right pieces. And Kyle ties it up once again, neck and out. He's actually in the lead by 400 points. And Sharky opts to burn down a little bit for a better and more safe build. How is this match going to turn out? And Kyle just took the lead. He is now at 209,000 points. Sharky is he's down by a little bit less than half a Tetris, but he does get the long bar and has taken the lead right back at 217,000 points. It looks like this might be a situation for Kyle if he can get the right piece. Oh no, he's gonna use the square to block it up. Looks like he's actually getting just the pieces he needs to dig out. If he can just get a little bit more, he should be fine. Meanwhile, Sharky takes the opportunity and scores another Tetris. Both are actually 20 lines away from transition. Sharky had a slight misdrop. It's going to be interesting to see how he's going to deal with it. Meanwhile, Kyle is still trying to dig out, trying to get into a spot to where he can score. So both competitors are digging. Looks like Sharky's actually going to be out of his dig right now. And now he's ready. Oh, he actually is deciding to burn all the way down because he's nearing the transition line. Both opponents are less than 10 lines away from transition, so they're trying to clean up their boards so then they can transition rather cleanly. And it looks like Sharky is opting to build up a dirty test. No, he's going to burn down. And with that, he transitions to level 16 at 250,000 points. Meanwhile, Kyle's got 1 more line to burn, and then he will transition as well. It looks like he's going to opt. Oh, he's actually building very, very high. And he does transition level 16, but he's too high for him to be able to do anything. And that's going to lead to him topping out at 227,000 points. And with that, we give Sharky his red heart as we prepare to go on to the decider. What an outstanding tourney event. Sharky outlasting KylePrecise, ending the game with 263,880 points. Sharky winning game 2 and 4, KylePrecise winning game 1 and 3. The winner of this next game will go on to round 2 of the Classic Tetris Monthly June Community Tournament. So, without further ado, let's get this exciting game started. Count down with me. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And here we are, the decider match of this matchup between ITZsharky and KylePrecise. Who is going to win the matchup? Who is going to go to round 2 of the tournament? Are you guys excited? I am too. Let's go ahead and take a look at our boards here. It looks like that Sharky and Kyle are both trying to get ready for their Tetris. Kyle had a little bit of a situation while I was getting you guys hyped up for this match, but it looks like he'll be able to dig out of it relatively soon. Sharky actually building up kind of high. It looks like he gets his first Tetris knockdown and takes an early lead. Looks like he could have been in trouble if that line bar hadn't came down at that moment. Meanwhile, it looks like KylePrecise is now in a moment to where he can start building up for a Tetris. Oh, he actually opts not to burn down with the long bar. Could that choice have implications on the future outcome? He's actually getting up pretty high. Oh no, things are getting very dangerous for him. Is he going to get the line bar? The line bar isn't coming. Oh no. What is he gonna do? And he tries to go, can't get the T-spin, has to cover up as well. And then he finally gets the line bar and leading to an early top out with Sharky winning the CTM round 1 match. What an outstanding Tetris gameplay from ITZsharky and KylePrecise. Just so you guys can recap, KylePrecise won game 1 with 58,000 points. Game 2 went to ITZsharky with 249,000. Game 3 was a nail biter and went to KylePrecise at 325,000. Game 4 went to ITZsharky at 263,000, and game 5 went to ITZsharky at 51,000. Before I like to, do all my stuff that I normally do at the end of the video, I just like to say thank you, KylePrecise, for being my opponent. Thank you for Forrest D for being the restreamer of this live match. And I'd like to thank all these people that were a part of the watch party. Golden Stag 8781, Zapaku Notris, Dan Hash Streams, Likadin, The New Train, and Mulan. Thank you all so much for being part of the watch party, and hopefully you guys will be able to make round 2. Round 2 hasn't been scheduled yet, but there will be a video in the future telling you guys when round 2 will be scheduled. Anyways, if you liked this video and you liked seeing 2 Tetris players compete up against each other in a best out of 5 situation, then leave a like. Comment down, did who you vote for, did they win? Or comment down, what did you think was the most intense game out of the 5? Let me know down in the comments below. Share with your friends. Maybe they might not be particularly interested in Tetris, but with people playing competitive Tetris against each other, I don't know about you, but that does sound pretty interesting. Follow me on Twitch for you to get updated on any time whenever I stream my tournament matches or whenever I just stream Tetris in general. The link will be down in the description below. Also, follow me on Twitter for updates and cool things that I posted, including the transition that you guys saw throughout the video. I posted that on Twitter, so if you haven't seen that already, then now you do. I'm actually working on a few more transitions that are going to be Tetris themed. So, yeah. And while all my videos might not be high tier Tetris gameplay, mono one person going up against another person, there's still plenty of content here on this channel that you can enjoy, and if you do, why not stick around for a bit? Anyways, my name is ITZsharky. Okay. Anyways, my name is ITZsharky, the victor of this tournament match, and I'll see you all later.
You just don't. Simple as that. You can buy